senior showmanship for Barry Goats. On deck, intermediate showmanship. Entering the ring at this time for the Barry Goat shows and senior showmanship class.
Entering the ring at this time, class 1. Entering the ring at this time, class 1, breeding lambs. We have 2 entries in this class. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome everybody in both rings to the Saundsers 2024 Saunders County Fair. Our sheep and goat judge today will be Ashley Levy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a big Saunders County welcome. We're glad you're here today, Ashley. I know it's early in the day, but we want to make a couple of announcements right off the bat. First off, at the completion of the sheep show, we will take a 10-minute intercession, and then we will go directly into the goat show. We're going to do our best today to keep the shows moving. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, it's supposed to be cool, and I know that many of our 4-H exhibitors want to participate in the parade this afternoon. If we don't keep the shows moving, we won't be able to make it to the parade. Number 2, there will be no lunch breaks. No lunch breaks. In the ring at this time, class 1. Lightweight breeding lambs.
Class here to start up our sheep show, and I think both these individuals have a lot of good parts and pieces to them. I choose to start with, I guess for me, is the smoothest when we get off to the side of her, because she's just a shot shorter body. It actually helps her hold her top line together just a notch better when we keep her into motion. And off to the side, I think she blends that forward just a little bit smoother into the body wall. When we get off behind her, maybe just a shot more true dimension. Then take away from the one in second, I think, like I said, that she has a lot of nice parts and pieces. One that's still bold and opened up in the center part of her body. She's got plenty of look from the side. We just wish she held
Receiving second purple, Jalen Clement. I'd like to let the exhibitors know, besides our ring people and our judge today, you'll notice there's a young person in the ring with a camera. This is Ashley Miller photo. Abby Miller photo. Abby and her crew will be here taking pictures throughout all the shows through the entire fair. We'd like to let moms and dads know that if Abby and her crew take pictures in front of you, in front of the banner in the northwest corner of the Gilhatton Pavilion, those pictures are free. Any other pictures that are taken in the show ring, in your pen, outdoors, anywhere other than the banner, there will be a charge for. The only exception to that is going to be with swine. And we'll talk about that at the swine show on Saturday. I do have business cards here with Abby Miller Photography's QR codes. So if you go on your computers and look at pictures that they've uploaded and downloaded, or however they load them.
Good morning, everyone. I really am happy with the two we got up here for senior showmanship. I talked to both individually about things that I like and some things that I would change. This is some preferences. Whenever I talk to seniors, the question I always ask, and I'm not having any questions someday, but right now, the question I always ask is, what's one issue you're facing in the ag industry? I do that because I don't believe in making senior showmanship quizzical. I believe if they want to compete quizzical, they can compete quizzical. I believe that at this point in their life, if they're in senior showmanship, they should be able to understand and know the challenges and struggles we face in our industry, regardless of whether we show dairy livestock, whether we show cattle, sheep, goats, chickens, rabbits, whatever it is. You should be able to advocate for our industry because you are the future of our industry. Both these young ladies had great answers, so that's not really an issue for me. I think for me, when it comes down to these two, there's just kind of maybe one, the team is a little bit smoother today. The hard part about showmanship is that it's just a team effort, and sometimes the teammates not on the same team as you. They've both done a great job, both have bright futures in this, great advocates for our industry. I'll get you a grand jury to give them an applause.
We'll pop back over to our sheep ring. Now we've got another really nice one to go ahead and start off our second class. So this unit is super smooth from the side. Perhaps for me, the biggest selling point is when you get behind this one, just a lot stouter, more robust and rib shape relative to the one in the second. Point sticker in motion. I think she uses her hind leg just a notch better for me today as well. The one that comes in second to big rib, kind of a sheep productive in the way that she's built. One that we just like to fix her rear leg will be just a notch today. They'll make us a nice job. Go ahead and give them both a nice round of applause.
Entering the ring in the Dairy Goat Show is Class 2, Intermediate Showmanship. Results from the Senior Dairy Goat Showmanship. Catherine Gomhan takes first place in purple. Lyra Walsh takes second place in purple.
Just a reminder, at the conclusion of each class, we will be weighing the top two animals for weightbacks. So the top two animals will be exiting to my right. All other exhibitors will be going out the gate in the northeast corner. Results from class 2. First purple, Crew Freeland. Second purple, Blaine Command. In the ring at this time, middleweight breeding lambs. We have 3 First call, senior showmanship. First call, senior showmanship. Exhibitors, please start making your way to the ring. We have a little bit of time yet. First call, senior showmanship.
First call, junior dairy goat showmanship. First call, junior dairy goat showmanship.
But as I've mentioned several times, lots and lots of quality. I think this is a very competitive trip. You can tell, I think there's one that sorts out just a little bit faster for me. This one, as we look at her kind of from every angle, you can tell ringside, she is the stoutest, she is the biggest hip, she's got the most shape to her leg, and at the same point, I think she paints a good enough picture from the side that she can go ahead and win this particular class, like I said, relatively easily. If we could change her from here, I'd like to take her just a little bit in our next section. She wants to get just a little bit further out where that neck sets in the top part of that shoulder. We can bump her up just a little bit more. I think she can be just a more convincing winner for me. We're not too big of a debate comes between these two, second and third. I guess from the side it may appear that the one in third has a lot more shape and power, but when you get over the top of them, it's not necessarily the case. And she's maybe just a little more counterfeit. If we get our hands on that one, the one in second to me is maybe just a little bit more honest in her breathing condition, a little truer over her ribs, and at the same point, because she has a nickel more extension, I think when the young lady gets that one stuck, for me, it's just a little more athletic of a picture from the side. Nothing to take away from the one in third. As I said, this is a really deep class with a lot of quality. The sheep's still really opened up in her ribs. She has some dimension. And she's got balances from the side, just maybe not quite the extra extension and a little bit third relative to the one ahead of her. But a really good class. Go ahead and give all those kids a nice round of applause.
Last call, junior dairy goat showmanship. Last call, junior dairy goat showmanship.
Class 3. First purple, Hannah Hassebrook. Receiving second purple, Jade Clement. Receiving a purple ribbon, Erica Donahue. Entering the ring at this time, Class 4, Erica Donahue. We have one exhibitor in this class. I'd like to make an announcement. I know that there's a lot of folks here, but just as there's a lot of people here, there's a lot of people that can't be here because of work. Maybe we have grandparents that can't be outside, in the heat or the dirt or the dust. Maybe we got producers that want to see how your project turned out, but they can't make it. You can go to, or tell them to go to Saunders County Online on YouTube. And they can watch your 4-H'er show, and they can see the entire show. And I know that down at South Haven and the other nursing homes around the area, the folks that live there love watching the shows. So Saunders County Online on YouTube, and you will make some people very happy if you let them know it's online. Thank you.
Just one entry here in this particular class over in the sheep ring, and I think the young lady brought us a really nice one, and it's unfortunate she doesn't have just a nice more competition. This one's super complete, she's got some shape and power, she's the balance is good when we get her off to the side. It'll be fun to see how she stacks up when we bring her back to the grand drive. Go ahead and give her a nice round of applause.
Entering the ring at this time, Class 5. We have 2 exhibitors. Results from Class 4, Erica Donahue. At the completion of Class 5, we will make the selection of the Supreme Champion Breeding Ewe and the Reserve Supreme Champion Breeding Ewe. We will need all first and second purples from the first with all 5 classes to come back to the ring for the final drive. In the ring at this time, Class 5.
Class for intermediate, so I did separate off. We have to, can't deny we can get purple, so I do have to kind of make a little bit of distinction here. So the 3 people over here are going to be our purples, brown, and blues over here. We talked to all of the young people about things they can be working on, things that I enjoy. Unfortunately, for the gals in the blue group today, we just maybe not got one goat that just doesn't want to cooperate, and maybe another goat that's also being kind of just stubborn and not really wanting to do the right thing. Moving on to eye contact and just maybe spending some more time getting a little bit pickier about how we set up our goat are some things that would help group them into the purple group. For me, the young people that are in the purple group, I just do a really good job of being, knowing their goat, being picky about how they get their feet set up, and being good about their body posture. For me, there's kind of one individual here that I think does a really, really good job of being very aware of their goat, being very aware of their own body posture, getting set up quickly and efficiently without being too fidgety. And then another one I think follows really closely. So these young people all done a great job. Give them a big, big round of applause. I'll get your grand and reserve.
Over here in the moving sheep ring, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the more extended one in this particular pair, just because I think she has a nice more look from the side. She's especially longer neck, more extended and feminine to that front end design. At the same time, I think when we stick them out on the go, she still stays with notch lumber over her hip. The one end second perhaps
Entering the ring, Junior Dairy Goat Showmanship.
Results from Class 5, yearling breeding ewes. First purple goes to Joseph Andrade. Second purple shown by Tony Andrade.
Results from Intermediate Dairy Goat Showmanship. First purple, Janessa Kennedy. Second purple, Reagan Reeves. Third purple, Eva Podorski. First call, Clover Kid Dairy Goat Showmanship. First call, Clover Kid Dairy Goat Showmanship.
Last call, Senior Showmanship. Last call, Senior Showmanship. First call, Intermediate Sheep Showmanship. Entering the ring at this time, here are first and second purples from classes 1 through 5. First purple, class 1, shown by Hannah Hasbro. Second purple from class 1, in the ring, shown by Jalen Clement. From class 2, first purple, entering the ring, Drew Freeland. Second purple, shown by Blaine Caban. Third purple, class 3, first purple, shown by Hannah Hasbro. Second purple, shown by Jade Clement. From class 4, there was only one exhibitor. First purple, Erica Donahue. And from class 5, with the yearling ewe, first purple, shown by Joe Andrade. Second purple, shown by Tony Andrade. This is a selection of your Supreme Breeding Lamb, Supreme Champion Breeding ewe. Supreme Champion Breeding ewe. Let's give these kids a big round of applause. Our exhibitors have done a nice job.
Silver Creek Dairy Goats. First call for dairy goats is under 5 months, non-milking. First call, under 5 months, non-milking.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, we don't have tons and tons of numbers, but I think this is probably one of the deepest quality breeding shows that I've had the pleasure of judging so far this summer. Your exhibitors have really done a nice job, so before we go ahead and select our champion reserve, why don't you go ahead and give all these teams a nice big round of applause. I think we've got, as mentioned, a lot of quality and some consistency to bring back our class winners and start to compare and contrast what we have here for our overall champion. I think just to hit some of the highlights, the one that comes out of the first class, extremely big-footed, does a super great job working out on skin and hair. I think she's as powerful probably as anything that we've got out here. Her better days certainly are still going to be ahead of her yet, as we have some other ones out here that are probably just a notch bigger at this point and further along in terms of her maturity pattern, but one that I would say certainly has a very bright future ahead of her. The one coming in next, I think you can probably tell ringside, I don't have a very good poker face unless I'm actually playing poker. I spent a lot of time staring at this one. I think she's wanting contention as we get her around the ring. She gets really cracked open in her ring design. I love the sheet in her back, 2/3 of her body for being so opened up, so square to her hip, still having a lot of power as we get on behind that one. We set her in motion, maybe not the perfect front end one. She wants to drop that chest forward just a little bit. Like to reconstruct her, maybe just a nickel in that her leg design. But again, one that certainly has a lot of really great pieces. Love that one's back to third. Kind of the same can be said of the one coming out of the next class. Again, one that I kind of studied pretty hard as we get these things out and going. But she's been super opened up. She's really hard in her muscle cage. She's big back. She's big hip. Again, one that I really like the back 2/3 of this one. Again, as I mentioned in class, perhaps like to tweak her neck set just a little bit. Maybe smooth her up in that lower point of her shoulder. But certainly another really nice one that we've got off to the side. And these are being pretty critical of a really nice line of her sheep. The one that comes out of the next class is just super smooth in the way that she's put together. One that we said balances, one that has some stoutness and power. Maybe not a couple of the ESTs compared to a few of the others that we've got out here, but certainly a great representation out of that particular class. And if we wind up here with our yearlings, it's certainly got a big productive kind of sheep, one that's really long bodied, maybe one of the longer neck ones in this particular drive. You just not quite the extra substance and the shot of power that we see with a few of the others. So that's what I see out of your class winners. I think it boils down to a pair of them for me. I'm going to give you one last look and then go ahead and select your champion or reserve. But again, as I mentioned, this is a great set of
3 with a 149-pound ewe. The Reserve Supreme Champion breeding ewe was shown by Crew Freeland. Crew came out of Class 2. He had a 124-pound ewe. At this time, we will move into senior showmanship.
So going over to the Dairy Go ring, we're in junior showmanship right now. All these kids have done a great job. I was kind of asking them a little bit about their goat. They all know the breed, they know how to take care of them, which is basic knowledge that I'm glad to see they have that. They have fun names and little stories about their goat, which is always fun to hear. For me, there's just a couple in here that maybe the goats cooperate a little bit better. Maybe we're just a little bit more aware of our body and how we set up the goat. For some of us, there's a little bit of age difference. So junior years, I think there's kind of a bigger gap sometimes in age here and where we're at in terms of experience level, which is happy. That's the way it is. All the kids are doing a great job. The kiddos that are going to get loose today, maybe the goat's just not cooperating as much, but then maybe we're just not quite on the same team. But they're all doing a great job at commanding them, staying tough, staying calm with them, especially sometimes when they're being difficult, it can be really easy to get frustrated, but we're doing a really good job of staying calm with it and not taking it out on the goat, which is great to see. The kiddos that are in the purples today, like I said, they're just a little bit better about knowing how to get our feet set, being better about our body position, being better about our posture, and moving around the ring. When I'm there, they're not like getting in between me and the goat. They do a great job of doing that. So give all these kids a big round of applause, and I'll get you a top group.
All right, folks, get ready for some cuteness overload here at the Dairy Go Show. We have our Clover kids coming into the ring here. Get your cameras out and get ready to watch. Results from our junior Dairy Go showmanship class. Our first purple goes to Riley Reeves. Second purple, Connor Sullivan. Third purple, Macy Cruz. Also receiving purples, Finley Cool and Kayla Reeves. Do we have any more Clover kids for Dairy Goat? This is your class. Last call, under 5 months, non-milking. Last call, under 5 months, non-milking. Get ready at the gate. Entering the ring now is under 5 months non-milking. Under 5 months non-milking, you should be entering the ring now. First call, 5 to 8 non-milking. First call, 5 to 8 months non-milking.
We got a heck of a set of senior showmen out here, and I worked these last two perhaps just a little bit longer because at some points for me it's kind of like splitting hairs. These two both do a great job using the ring well, keeping that head and neck up at all times, especially when we get these things in motion. They both do a great job of body positioning, getting that head and neck straight up out of the air. So if you're a newer showman or somebody who's just kind of getting started here, I would strongly recommend you guys kind of watch how these two are doing it. I told them both they can show some learning today because it's such a great job here. And like I said, like splitting hairs, I think we have a little separation right at the end, and that's kind of really what got it for me. The young lady over on this side here is going to go ahead and be champion in this division. The young lady right behind her here is two very, very good showmen. Nothing to take away from the kids and the rest of this class here. I don't necessarily go through and talk individual styles and things like that. I do that kind of individually with the kids and tell them some things that they've really done well, some things from my perspective that they can improve on. These guys here have all done a great job with ring presence, making sure that they're getting feet and legs set. Maybe just not like ESTs and extras and a couple of these others in here. But again, a very good set of senior showmen and give them a nice round of applause.
Senior sheep showmanship, champion showman was Jalen Lemaire. Reserve champion, senior showman was Erica Donahue. Receiving bronze medal in senior showmanship, McKenna Sabatka. Receiving blue ribbons, Adam Farashek, Tony Andrachek, Rosalind Pepori. In the ring at this time is your intermediate sheep showmanship, intermediate sheep showman. Junior showman, you should be in the Gale Hatton Pavilion. Clover Kids, this is your first call. Clover Kids, first call for showmanship. We didn't get a chance to announce at the completion of the senior showmanship, the Cleveland Metal Recycling out of Lincoln and I believe Valparaiso is sponsoring belt buckles. They're very, very attractive, very nice belt buckles that the champion senior showman is receiving. So let's give a big round of applause for Cleveland. Freeman Metal Recycling, thank you for being a sponsor.
Last call, 5 to 8 months non-milking. Get ready to pick. Last call, 5 to 8 months non-milking. First call, 9 to 12 months non-milking. First call, 9 to 12 months non-milking.
femininity. I think she's one that is direct in her rear too. I'm going to get picky on this though because past the fact that she is long neck, we're not quite, we don't tie in that neck as high as I want to see it sit in that show. We can tie her in all correctly from that standpoint, level out her hip a little bit, really lengthen the picture and make it all make kind of more sense on the side. Still nice though, lots of future and a little bit big round of applause.
Back over here in the sheep ring, if you gentlemen, our next set of showmen here, I think we got again a really great division, and like I've done with the seniors and pretty much everyone that I judge for showmanship, went to the kids and talked to them about some things that I think they're really doing well, and some things they can improve on. So I guess if you have specific questions for the kids, go ahead and ask them. But I think it starts down to a pair of them up here, and even that being said, I think there's one that's just a shot quicker, maybe just a little bit less fidgety. The young man's going to go ahead and be your champion in this particular division. The young lady does a real nice job as well. But again, a great set of kids that we've got out here. Go ahead and give all these showmen a nice big round of applause.
Entering the ring right now is our 5 to 8 months non-milking. This is a very big class, so we're going to split it up into 2 rounds. Last call, 9 to 12 months non-milking. Last call, 9 to 12 months non-milking. First call, 13 to 24 months non-milking. First call, 13 to 24 months non-milking.
Results from intermediate showmanship. First purple, Fruit Freeland. Second purple, and receiving reserve champion, intermediate showman, Terrence Sudik. Receiving the bronze medal in intermediate showmanship, Abigail Barashek. Receiving blue ribbons, Joseph Andrachek, Kayla Sabatka, John Andrachek. Special thank you to the Cleveland Metal Recycling for sponsoring the belt buckle for the champion showman in each of our 3 divisions, senior, intermediate, and juniors. Last call, Clover Kids. Last call, Clover Kids. Moms and dads should be helping those young people get their animals to the ring. First call, catch a lamb. First call, catch a lamb.
Results for the under 5 months non-milking class. First place is Connor Sullivan. Second place, Catherine Gahan. Third place, Macy Cruz. Receiving blues is Caitlin Sullivan, Reagan Reeves, Catherine Gahan, Macy Cruz, and Riley Reeves.
Attention in the Gilhat Pavilion. We have 6 vehicles that are parked between the cattle barn and the sheep barn. 6 vehicles. They need to be moved or they will be towed. They will be towed if they're not moved immediately. The first vehicle is a gray Nissan. License plate Y is in yellow, F is in Frank, P is in Paul, 943. The second vehicle is a Dodge Caravan. License plate 6-A5809. The third vehicle is a red Chevy truck. License plate 5-1556R. The fourth vehicle is a red Ford truck. License plate 6-4046R. The fifth vehicle is a white Suburban. License plate 5-A9959. The last vehicle is a red HHR. License plate 5-A6920. These vehicles are between the sheep and the beef barn, and they're going to be towed. This is your one and only chance to get them moved.
Well, our next class here over the day we go. So we had a
Dads, let's get those Clover kids to the ring. Last call. First call, second call, catch a lamb. Actually, I guess it's last call. Last call, catch a lambs. There are 5 exhibitors. 5 exhibitors in the catch a lambs.
fantastic set of juniors, and I know we've let quite a few of them go already that we had out here because I wanted to work these top 6 just a little bit more, but these kids have really done a heck of a job, and I'm not just filling you full of it here when I say this is one of the deepest and best sets of juniors that I've worked with all year. I think your county should be commended for that. We're going to leave these 3 in the order that they are out here. The young lady that goes ahead and starts does a heck of a job. For kids as young and as little to be getting these things up and driving as well as she does, I think she should most certainly be commended for that. Nothing to take away from the rest of these guys out here. As I said, this is a fantastic set of juniors. I think they're all doing a really great job. But again, let's go ahead and give these kids another huge round of applause.
Results from class 5 to 8 months non-milking. First place, Tyler Reeves. Second place, Macy Cruz. Also receiving purples, Finley Kugel and Riley Reeves. Receiving blues are Kayla Reeves, Connor Sullivan, Caitlin Sullivan, Ella Borski, Taylor Rice, Reagan Reeves. 9 to 12 months non-working, first place purple, Catherine Gomber. In the ring at this time is 13 to 24 months non-working. We will have this tuned round with 11 children.
And get them set up and stuff, which is really cool. All of them said they love showing sheep. All of them said they're coming back out next year, which is fantastic. All of them have some really great names. We've got everything from, we've got lots of food. Everything from Hershey's to Spots, and y'all let you guess which one is which out here. Some of them said they have no problem talking on a microphone. Some of them were very emphatically saying no. So, we'll maybe skip the microphone just for this case here. But again, these kids have done a fantastic job. Hopefully, guys all have lots of pictures to commemorate, so these guys can look back when they're finishing as seniors and see kind of where they started and how far they've come. Give them a heck of a round of applause.
Our Clover Kid exhibitors were Casey Johnson, Amelia Hasselbrook, Paul Andrache, Amelia Dippish, Brecken Fries, Piper Anuja. Entering the ring at this time is Ketchalam. Ketchalam. Entering the ring at this time is Class 6, Catch a Lamb. For those of you that are not familiar with Catch a Lamb, this was a project that was very, very popular in Chardon for many, many years. And then Saunders County brought it to our county and implemented it with a few changes. Basically, what has happened is that these exhibitors signed up for the project. Sometime back in the spring, they came down to the fairgrounds. The lambs were brought to us by a producer. I believe they all came from one producer. The exhibitors chose a corresponding number to the tag in the animal's ear, and they drew numbers out of the hat. Basically, is what happens. The exhibitor took the animal home, fed them, watered them, worked with them, cared for them. In many instances, learned to love them. They have taken these animals to progress shows, and they've been working with them throughout the summer. They are judged based on rate of gain, a showmanship, record books, and the animals' live presentation. At this time, our judge is judging them for showmanship, and she will also place them from top to bottom, with the exhibitors of the top 2 animals in the live show coming back for the final drive. So this is a big deal, and these exhibitors have worked really hard on these projects, and so this is Catch-A-Lamb. We'll be doing a showmanship rating, and then we will be ranking them 1 to 5 for live presentation.
Over here in the Newfield ring, I think for me, I look at 3 purples and 3 blues. The 3 females that kind of source to the top here, the purples, are the ones that for me are just structurally or more structurally sound, smoother making females that come together better from the side. The one that I'm going to settle on is the doe that is the most in terms of her dairy character. She's the most feminine, most extended, especially her front one third. She's the smoothest in the shoulder. She's the best in terms of her rib space, her rib spacing. For me, I think she's the one that just makes the most sense when you look at her from the side. I think she's complete, just a sound, nice female to start with. What's going to come in next for me? Got closer between second and third. I'm going to settle on this doe. She's more correct in how she utilizes her hip and hind leg, especially more correct in terms of her hawk, the step her from behind. She's the stouter female that, again, is more correct in terms of where we're built from behind. I really love the extension of this female, maybe just a little bit too much conditioning compared to the one that's ahead of her, and that's where I'm going to keep her in second. I'd like to take a little condition off her so we can see more of that dairy character come through. It's still a nice one to sit in second. One's going to run out the purples, one's going to sit in third, and maybe the one that we really appreciate her from the side. We're extended, we're long, we're corrected, we're going to utilize our spine, and we don't want that's athletic in terms of what she's set in motion. We can take the arms still, we're a little bit roomier in terms of her front, maybe a little bit more, a little bit extra condition, and probably like to clean her up there, just make her a little bit more ladylike, and correct her in terms of how we use that hog on our rear too, and I think she would be able to excel a little higher. One's going to come in next for me, it's going to start with the blues and four. Again, we love the extension on this female, she's very feminine. However, we get picky on this girl because I really like to smooth from the side. We need to correct her now in terms of our hip and hind leg. We also need to tie in a little bit higher in terms of her neck into her shoulder, smooth out that shoulder a little bit more, and I think she'll go higher. The 2 that are going to run out of the class for me, kind of similar, very just kind of splitting hairs between these 2. Both these does need to be smoothed out in terms of their top line. Both of these does just need to be correct in terms of how to utilize the spine and the level around their head. And just a little extra brooding today, really kind of takes some of the condition off and clean them up front, really bring out the dairy character. But still, love the center body, love the feet and legs on these. Still nice females, give them all a big round of applause.
Touring the ring now is the second part of class 13 to 24 months non-milking. After this class, we will bring back for our grand champion junior doe and our 3rd grand champion junior doe.
overall production winner, probably a little bit later, but this is where we got as far as the live placements go. So go ahead and give all these kids a nice big round of applause.
Entering the ring at this time will be Class 7 lightweight lambs. These are lambs weighing between 87 and 99 pounds. Lightweight lambs, we have 2 exhibitors. We will tabulate the results for catch a lamb, and then we will announce those results right before the final drive. We'll announce the results of catch a lamb right before the final drive.
Nice guys here, we just split up again, split up this group for our last game. For me to know that we're going to land on is when I get out. I'm just going to call it most complete. Love the way she's extended up front. I think she's extended, feminine, smooth. I told you she's built up front. There's still plenty of nice good work skills and hands on her. I mean, if we get a little bit, we do like to let her out more from her hip and her hind leg. However, in terms of her feet and legs, she's built correctly. She's sound, athletic on the move. She's a nice, complete, extended dog to start class. Well, it's going to come in next week. How many babies are class in both in terms, especially in the front on third. Love the way she's built up there. She's smooth in her shoulder. She's extended and feminine. Obviously, it's a ability to move and breathe and have it behind. I'm going to get a little bit picky on this female. I really would like to see me just touch less conditioning. You can see that rib spread a little bit more. You can see that character come through just a touch more. I get a little bit picky on that. However, again, a really nice, good, complete female just in second. Well, it's going to come in next for me is another one that I love the front one third, especially when she sticks with an young lady who wants to cooperate. I think she really just stands into herself, and it's really nice. Or I get a little bit picky on her because when we set her in motion too, especially, and when she wants to stand in it, I don't really love how she utilizes the hip and high level. That's to level her out from that standpoint. Again, I think she's been difficult, but not quite cooperating with the young lady. But when we're studying on the motion, that's where I get picky on her. I like to just adjust and fix those lines too, especially in terms of when we hop in a little bit. But still, a feminine, extending one, nice way to sit bird. That's going to come in next for me, especially when the young lady gets her propped off nice. I really appreciate the picture from the side. Have a little other with a lot of their things that I like and things that maybe even I fixed. For me, there's kind of just one that I probably landed on again. The class in the same year, not most complete though, especially for me. The real difference between her and the ones that end up being second to her is more set in motion. I think it's just a lot better how she utilizes her spine. She's a lot more smoother and athletic in how we use those her two. Maybe not as quick as the one that's going to be in second. So for me, I'm just deciding on that winning this group. She's the one, like I said, just more athletic, and especially more relaxed and how you guys are spine and set in motion. That's where she's going to go ahead and win the group. For me, going to come second. We stand on the standstill. We mimic the class. We're very, very close. But when we set in motion, we use the two quick and how we use our rear too, so she gets a little bit up in her spine at times. It's still really nice and complete though. The second to the class for me, again, you get an out here. I really do like both these two males. I think, especially when the young ladies get them popped up the way they do. Maybe just for me, not quite as much dairy character in her center body, maybe not quite the rib spread of our class winner, but still two really, really nice females, good examples of their breed. Give all these young people a big round of applause. Nice to meet you.
Reserve Grand Champion Junior Doe. He received first or second purples in your junior doe classes. You should be entering the ring now.
And a tougher, contrasting type of times that we've got out here in this Market Land class. The one that I sit on as we get these things out in motion, I'm just a notch more comfortable with how he keeps his front end elevated, how that neck comes a little bit higher out of the point of his shoulder, and just with the extra extension that he's got. When the lady gets him stuck in front, and I think he offers just a shot more balance as we get off to the side of it. Because you're standing ringside, you probably don't think this one has as much shape and power, and that's what it looks like from a distance. But when you get right over the top of this guy, he actually has just as much shape and power as what the Ewing right behind him has. The Ewing behind him, she's really big back, she's burly in the muscle shape, she's got down her back, and we appreciate the smooth this one's got down into her flank. I just wish as we get her in motion, we could keep her to have that front end just a little bit higher up, get that front end just a little bit more elevated so we can get her shot more balance. But I think a really great pair that we've got to go ahead and round out this class. Go ahead and give both those exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Results of our 13 to 24 months non-milking class. Our first place purple is Eva Borsky. Second place purple Kaya Reeves. Third place purple Taylor Nice. Lyra Walsh also receiving a purple. Talia Reeves receiving purple. Finley Kugel, Riley Reeves, Peyton Nelson, Lyra Walsh, and Lyra Walsh receiving blue.
Results in Class 8, first purple, Erica Donahue. Second purple, Hannah Hassebrook. In the ring at this time, Class 9. First call, classes 11, 12, 13, and 14. Middleweight Market Lands. First call.
Following the selection of the Grand Champion and Reserve Grand Champion Junior Doe, we will be taking a 5-minute break. Then we will review the dry doe class, senior dry doe class.
value, not only that, but children value forward. All the females that are continuing to mature, and hopefully just get better for these young people. For me, I think there's probably some different things you could do here, but I think there's two that I really like. I think they go well together, and I think it just kind of makes sense for me in terms of the brand and reserve. So people, young people, big round of applause, some nice females, it's a nice little show, and I hope to reserve for this division.
Another good class over here in the morning, and I think everything kind of sorts into place. We're going to start with this blue sheet here. It gets easy, kind of easy pension graphic, one that we've got off to the side. I think he's the best in terms of balance. He still has plenty of shape and power. He's the most explosive in his action when you get on the handle. For me, to be a little more convincing there, if we could blow out his inset, we can just chop it. And then the same one, like the fixing one, where Lake said, just a notch. Come in the 30 seconds over here. That is a big one that we got in this class. He's got plenty of muscle and power around his back. He's bold and opened up in his rib shape. Just need to give him a shot more look from the side to compete with our winner today. But certainly good one to sit in second. Young man sheep that rounds out the class is one that's got some growth and extension. He's a long hair, kind of a sheep with a shape. We just need to square him up over his head to give him a shot for more true power. But a good class. Go ahead and give all those kids a nice big round of applause.
Our grand champion junior doe goes to Catherine Belmont. Reserve grand champion junior doe, Eva Dorsey. We will take a 5-minute break and resume the show with the senior doe Rivo any age in 5 minutes.
Entering the ring at this time, Class 10 should have 4 exhibitors. Results from Class 9, first purple, Drew Wheeler. Second purple, Bennett Johnson. Also received purple ribbons, Cody Garasha. Last call, middleweight lambs, classes 11, 12, 13, and 14. First call, heavyweight market lambs. Entering the ring at this time will be the selection of your champion lightweight market lamb. From Class 6, entering the ring, first purple, shown by Ella Andrade. Second purple, correction, from Class 7, first purple, shown by Crew Freeland, a 99-pound lamb. From Class 8, first purple, shown by Erica Donahue. From Class 8, second purple, shown by Hannah Hasbrook. From Class 9, first purple, shown by Crew Freeland. Second purple, shown by Bennett Johnson. From Class 10, first purple and in the ring, shown by Hannah Hasbrook. Second purple and in the ring, shown by Adam Karashek. This is the selection of your champion lightweight market lamb. Let's give these teams a nice round of applause for their projects.
All right, resuming our Dairy Dough show, senior doe, dry doe. Any age should be in the ring at this time. Senior doe, dry doe, any age. On deck, senior doe, under 2 years milking doe. On deck, under 2 years milking doe.
Results from Class 10, first purple, Anna Hasbrook. Second purple, Adam Karashek. Receiving a blue ribbon, Presley Hazard. Also receiving a blue ribbon, Ella Andrade. This is the selection of your champion lightweight lamb. Attention in the barns, middleweight lambs, classes 11, 12, 13, and 14. You should be in the Gale Hat Pavilion. Heavyweights, first call. First call. As a reminder, there's a lot more people in the Gale Hat Pavilion now than there was earlier this morning. We want to let you know that Saunders County Online is on YouTube. If you have a producer, big brother or sister, aunts and uncles, a grandparent that can't be here today, they can go online and whether they're working from home or working in the office or wherever they're at, they can watch all the shows at the Saunders County Fair online. So Saunders County Online is on YouTube, and we invite them to watch today's show. Would also like to remind everyone that Abby Miller Photography is in the ring. They are taking pictures at all of the shows this week. And if they take a picture of your child or your 4-H'er in front of the backdrop in the northwest corner of the Gale Hat Pavilion, those pictures and only those pictures are free. But you can come over here, I have a card, you can scan the QR code, and you can see all the pictures that they've taken at the fair on their website. So, Abby Miller Photography, and I have the business cards at the announcer's table.
First call, 2 to 3 years milking doe. First call, 2 to 3 years milking doe.
back over here in the sheep ring. We get to select our lightweight champion, Mark and Landon, pick our reserve.